Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series in the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 70.3, and we're going to do something that's a little bit harder. Maybe we have to accept a little bit more poor timing, but I want to play some claps that are more near the end of the loop here so that we can get some more interesting kind of sounds, but I don't want something that's going to be playing all the way through. So we're going to have a lot of silence at the beginning of the loop, and it's going to make it harder to line up. But an important thing to remember is that if we play this, we shift and start and end, and then shift and enter. Remember, the length of this is 105,797, and because the start is 0, that means it's going to just keep iterating and playing over the course of that many samples per 1 bar loop for what we're doing. So if we exit out, I can come in, hit resample, select our pad. It's going to wait for us to start playing something. And as long as we play this, and then I'm just going to try and do like probably 4 attempts at it. And we'll just go through and I'll show you mechanically how this looks like to sample. So we got 4 attempts. I just hit record. This loop is going to be a little bit longer than it needs to be. Not a problem though. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to hit start and end. We're going to go in here. And first thing we want to do is I'm just going to show you, if I hold shift and enter, you can see starting is at 383, and we don't want that because that's going to be a problem for us in the future. So before you do anything, if you're going to try and do this kind of recording, just come in, go truncate. Just remove that 383 off the beginning. And the reason we want to do this is we always want to have 0 be our starting point. It's going to make it much easier when we start chopping stuff out and seeing how it sounds. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave this in gate mode, so I have to hold the pad down. And I want to play both of these. I'm going to turn loop off of this as well. The reason I'm going to do it is if I hit both of these pads at the same time, I want to listen to like that first loop and see how it sounds. That sounded terrible. So we're going to select back to pad 3. We're going to hit start and end. We're going to hit shift and enter. And I want the start now to be at 105,797. That's going to basically hit the enter button, come in. We're going to ignore that first loop for the moment. We're going to hit exit and we're going to play. That sounded better, but it still is maybe not perfect. So I want to go back in to pad 3. I'm going to hit start and end. I'm just going to truncate. We're deleting out that first loop, that first 1 bar loop. Now, was it close enough? Maybe. I don't think I like the second one that much either, but let's just go through. We're going to go through this process again. Shift, value knob. Type in 105,797. As long as we stick with this number, we're going to be awesome. So exit out. And again, we're going to play these, hit them both at the same time. Sounded a little tiny bit late. So we're going to come back in. I'm going to go to pad 3. And remember, make sure these are destructive options. So make sure that if you want to come back and try it again, you can make a copy of your pads and stuff. This is like the 3rd time I'm trying to do this video and get it working correctly because I keep messing up a couple of pieces of the process, but it's making me better at it. Anyway, so we've now truncated off. We're now down left to 2 more potential loops of this. So let's exit out. Maybe that's good enough. Let's say it is. I can then come in, hit start and end. I'm going to hold shift, enter, and I'm going to set the loop endpoint to 105,797. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this to work. So we're going to get that. I'm going to hit both. It's close enough. Maybe it is close enough. Let's go back to pad 1, turn the loop on, turn loop on. Let's do all of them. Let's just see how it sounds. What the heck is going on to make it sound quieter though? That seems weird. All right, so I'm not making myself crazy, I'm just going to turn fixed velocity on and start over again. It sounds decent. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but the entire point of doing these kinds of things is you get a little bit more of a groove, and it's not always perfect. And if you play something a little bit off repeatedly enough times, it starts to sound pretty good. Sometimes, not all the time. Anyway, guys, hopefully that helps you. If you decide you wanted to see how this works with like that other sample or something, we kind of still have that in there. You could certainly remove it and kind of chunk that out and then go to the next one. I think this one's close enough. I'm going to leave it because we get the start and end points. Again, just do the same process. It would basically be a truncate, then set your endpoint again, or you have to reset your endpoint. Actually, let's just do it. I'm going to hope for the best, and then we'll end the video here. But let's go truncate. I'm committing. I'm doing it. Hopefully we got enough extra on the end here to work with. Shift, enter. End is 105,797. That's a good thing. I'm going to exit. So, I just actually truncated out the part that I wanted to go to. Well, that's why these are destructive and you need to be careful sometimes. So I'm going to end here and just say thanks for stopping by. Keep making music. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.